This is the most talked about location in the paranormal right now.
He saw the lady who owned this house in this window after she'd passed away.
Oh my God, mate, oh my God.
He does movement.
Guys, we are en route to the Steel City, Sheffield, and this is our first visit to this place, and what a location we are going to today. We have been kindly invited to Lady in the Bay Window, number 333. It is the best-selling paranormal book on Amazon, and of course, you just had to mix the best-selling paranormal show on Amazon with this place. Guys, literally, this is the most talked about location in the paranormal right now, and the owner wants to work with us. This is a very, very special occasion. We are heading over and we are going to delve deep into this really, really fascinating case. This is just a normal guy with a hell of a story about his own property. Guys, Sheffield bound, it's Saturday afternoon. Who's ready to spot that van? Let's do this.
So this place is something special. I have had the luxury of listening to the audiobook on this place, getting the full story, the full history. And this is a story of a guy who got his very first property and from day one started experiencing paranormal activity there. Just listening to the reports from him, from his friends, is truly fascinating. It's believed a lady called Mrs. Tompkins is the one that gets sighted in this bay window. And will we see her tonight? So
Liam, the owner of the property, has been in touch numerous times. And what a guy, really nice guy. I get on with him really well. Super excited for today. There's so much hype about this place. And hopefully it'll be part of a long and lasting beautiful relationship. So we kind of wanted to do something fun for the road trip. A little bit late notice, but we're going crazy golfing. And I am undefeated, which you don't know. So are you going to beat me? I don't think so.
Yo, we are just travelling through Mingy, Manchester. We've just gone past the airport and it's made us all want to go on holiday, of course. Guys, we are about to go to Fang Golf?
Fang Golf.
Fang Golf. It's crazy golf. Apparently, Stell is undefeated. But this made us think of a challenge, Caravan, didn't it? Now, Stell doesn't know about this. Me and Caravan have been plotting and scheming. Well, it shouldn't affect you because apparently you're so good. But the loser of the golf today has to sit in this van in the middle of a very busy car park, windows down, volume full blast, and drop the 50 Shades of Grey challenge. Caravan, explain.
Oh, so this is insane. So what we've basically done is we've tailor-picked one of the most beautiful scenes from the 50 Shades audiobook. And yeah, the loser has to share to the world these scenes in real time.
Alright guys, we are about an hour away from Sheffield right now and we have got some news for you all, because you may have noticed already the fourth member of the team is not with us today. Minjet is not joining us on this episode. We decided that she's basically on a bit of a ban right now. She needs to book her ideas up. Her behaviour in her debut episode was just not acceptable. I get you trying to make a name for yourself and everything, but there's ways and means to do this. You can't be doing that kind of stuff on camera. And she's on a ban. She'll be back next episode, but she's also had to go to the clinic apparently.
She's had some sort of stone infection, I'm told.
That's what happens when you go with Macapaka.
Stell's fuming. Why are you fuming?
Cyclists.
Look at this. What are you doing?
Move.
Oh.
Every corner there's another one.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Cows
look.
though.
It's
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
No, they're pastoral cows.
Oh, shut up, Caravan.
They are.
Stell's had the worst journey of the road trip so far. The cyclists have done him in. It's Sat Nav Sue was playing right up, to be fair, and I reckon the pressure's on already. He's feeling the pressure, Caravan.
What's going on round here?
This is weird, isn't it?
Oh my! Do you want me to get out and direct traffic?
Yeah, looks.
It's crazy here. We are going to be swinging some clubs and batting some balls in just a few moments at the old Fan Golf Club. We're a bit nervous though because there's bouncers on the door. Now, what kind of golf place is this?
Well, it's probably for you because you're banned from golf, and you know
They've heard through the grapevine.
they've heard about your swinging. It's hole 7. Caravan is currently coming last. The scores: Harry on 13, me on 16, Caravan on 19.
Worrying this.
Oh! Yes! Caravan just nailed it. He just hit the glory hole. Oh my god, there's Jeremy Kyle. This looks like some paranormal stuff here, doesn't it? My mum's a barn pot and now identifies herself as a Labrador. I don't know what to call her. Right, we are on the last hole. Basically, Caravan needs a miracle or he's lost. I need a miracle or I've come second. Alright guys, we are back in the safety of the van, but we are overwhelmed because loads and loads of fans have been out to see us. Some came to the golf place. We just got an amazing picture in front of the van with everybody. Really, honestly overwhelmed. Guys, Caravan, give me that love, please. Give me that love.
That love.
We absolutely love you,
Wow.
but it is time. Dan Caravan failed his challenge. He lost at golf. Unlucky. But now we are going to a very, very busy car park. The audiobook is primed, ready for some dirty 50 Shades of Grey. Caravan, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm terrified. Are people going to like this? Or are people going to go, like, turn right, chase me out Sheffield?
Oh, I can't wait. Me and Harry are going to be nowhere near the van. It's brilliant. Oh, look, fans.
Hi.
All right, guys. Tesco car park. Here we come.
Orgasm. Everything spinning and clenching at once. He follows, clasping me tightly, his front on my back as he climaxes and calls my name like a
Guys.
flying high.
Oh my god,
Whoa.
stop it.
And I come loudly, gripping for dear life under the sink as I
Oh my god. Guys, here we are. We've arrived in Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Oh,
Mate, this is...
everyone in Sheffield looks very serious. I don't know if they're going to take kindly to...
So, me and Harry, we're going to get out of here as fast as possible. Caravan is going to sit in this seat here with the windows open. Oh, it's going to be epic. Good luck.
Good luck, Dan.
Oh my god.
whoa, and I come loudly, gripping for dear life onto the sink as I spiral down through my orgasm, everything spinning and clenching at once. He follows, clasping me tightly, his front on my back as he climaxes and calls my name like a flying. Loudly, gripping for dear life onto the sink as I spiral down through my orgasm, everything spinning and clenching at once. He follows, clasping me tightly, his front on my back as he climaxes and calls my name like flying high. Well, and I come, loudly, gripping for dear life onto the sink as I spiral down through Christian follows, shouting his release through clenched teeth and holding me hard. I let go and come again, and it's sweet and agonizing and intense. I lose all sense of self. Christian follows, shouting his release through clenched teeth and holding me hard. I let go and come again, and it's sweet and agonizing and intense. I lose all sense of self. Christian follows, shouting his release through clenched teeth and holding me hard. I let go.
Challenge part 2.
Hi. We're going to leave you now.
No.
He's being watched. Yes, there, right there. Oh, right, all right, that's enough.
Fair to say, that was brilliant. We had a Karen kick off on us, security came out, Tesco manager came out, caravan caused a right storm there, mate.
We've caused a bit of a stir in Sheffield today.
Do you know what? Comedy value, 11. That was brilliant. But guys, it is now down to business. We've had our fun. We've played some golf. Caravan's completely embarrassed himself. And now we roll to the lady in the bay window house. This is such a fascinating one, guys. Honestly, like a real guy, real story. We can't wait to interview him. We can't wait to see this house. And hopefully tonight it lives up to expectation. Boys, let's do it. Guys, we are with Liam here, the owner of Lady in the Bay Window House, and he's kindly invited us to come in. We're going to do a tour of the property. We've not explored anywhere yet. We've just come into the kitchen area, and we're going to get some of these fascinating experiences ahead of our investigation tonight.
Okay, so we were just talking about, I've put this extension on over the past couple of years. So this used to be the back wall of the house. There used to be a window here, where my brother, who's a bit of a beast of a man, you wouldn't mess with him, put it that way. He was basically sat in the corner over there where the fridge used to be when I came downstairs after his phone call saying, I need you to come down. And I took about an hour talking to him. The whole conversation was basically him spluttering words out saying, I've seen her, I've seen the lady. From back of the garden, a white light coming towards him, come all the way down here, got to about the middle of the window and sort of turned her head towards him, looked him dead in the eye, and then walked off straight through what would have been a brick wall on this side into the extension next door. My wife, or wasn't wife at the time, but she had stopped at the house for the first time on her own ever. She was playing herself full of wine, watching Disney, doing what women do when you're out of the house. She walked through into here to use the WC. So this door used to be around this side to use the toilet. She's walked up, there's a wooden door here. She walked through, she got to here, and there were glass panels in the top of the sort of lean-to utility room. As she stood there, she saw a reflection coming back at her from in the garden, so a similar sort of place to where my brother saw the same figure. She quickly realised this wasn't her reflection, and then realised it was an old lady's reflection staring back at her through the window. She jumped into the toilet round here and sat on the toilet for about 10 minutes, realising she didn't have a phone. I was out that night, so she phoned me. When she run back through, managed to get the courage to run back through to the front room, phoned me and said, I need you back home, you need to come back home. Those who have read the book will have probably heard the story of the knives in the floor, which was pretty much where you're standing right there, Donny. There were 5 knives I came down to one morning in the floor, stuck in. Now you can see it's a tiled floor. It was the original oak floorboards that I'd sanded down. They were pretty evenly spaced all the way across that door and in size order. I stepped over the knives, went through into the kitchen, there were a couple of cabinets open, there was a drawer open, but the only thing that was missing were the knives from the knife block, which was a little bit freaky to say the least. I had a few sleepless nights after that one. Also in this room was the second sighting, which was my first night in the house. So if you go back to December 2004, been in the house a long time now, just over 20 years. There were 6 of us sat around on the floor down here. If you bear in mind there was no furniture in this room, it was the original floorboards, and if you look where this rug is now, there was actually sort of a patch on the floor where somebody had varnished around the rug onto the original floorboards, probably to save a bit of money on varnish, I presume. We were sat down on the floor down here, we've all got quilts and a few beers around us, and we're playing Monopoly. I didn't have a TV licence, not set anything up, we're just playing Monopoly between the 6 of us. I'm sat on this side, pretty much where you're stood, Caravan, at the minute.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine sat on this side across from me, and he looked over his shoulder and just freaked out, jumped across the board, smashed the board to pieces, drinks everywhere, and jumped into the corner down here, and he was curled up against the wall. Similar position to my brother in the kitchen, he was sort of in a fetal position holding his legs. We were all it was a bit chaotic because everyone's drinks had been spilled, so you can imagine 19-year-olds saying, what have you done, what are you doing, what's going on?
Absolutely.
And he's just freaking out and he can't speak. I got him up off his feet, he's a big lad. I took him into the kitchen, I stood with him and he was just looking at me wide-eyed. I said, what's happened, what's happened? He said, did you not see her? Please tell me you saw her. It was basically a lady in her 70s, 80s, grey permed hair, dark cardigan, white blouse. She had a long sort of dress, sort of underdress on or skirt, dark skirt, and she was staring, really piercing stare. The words piercing stare sort of resonated with me because that was exactly what had been described to me before. This is it. So this is the sort of infamous window now, I suppose, the bay window where the lady's been seen 3 times. So if you follow me in this way. First sighting. There's 2 that you could pick from here because I'm trying to narrow down one of the sightings, the exact day it happened. The reason I say that, it's a guy who contacted me after the first book came out, somebody that I don't know. He's a complete and utter randomer to me. He lived in the house bang across the road since 1967. He saw the lady who owned this house in this window after she'd passed away. He got in contact with the Facebook page, spoke to me about it and said, can we meet to talk? I think I've got something to discuss with you that you need to know.
So obviously the house is clearly lived in at the moment. Have you had any paranormal teams or any investigations take place here so far?
Back when I'd written the first book, I'd handed the draft round to a few good close friends of mine and said, just have a read, see what you think. They said, we love it, we want to see a little bit more. I said, what do you want to see? They said, can you get a medium in? Can you get a paranormal investigation team in? So I did for that point and wrote about that in the first book. Their findings were majority downstairs, pretty much where we started off doing the walk around the house. They had lots of gadgets and gizmos set up around there and they were getting loads of stuff coming through. And they had a couple of apps on phones, and I'm not sure I'm a firm believer on the apps on the phones because I'm quite a skeptically logical minded person myself, but there were a lot of stuff coming through on that would be hard to discount because of the stuff it was coming out with, if that makes sense. The second team that came in did a full 24-hour investigation here. Guys called Ghosts on Trent, I believe you guys have met them. They said hello, by the way, before today. I said say hello to the guys. So yeah, they came and did a full 24 hours. To be honest, on the day, it's quite a quiet day. But I'll stand here, and you guys will know this, stuff doesn't happen all the time. I can't make it happen on cue. It happens when it happens.
Absolutely.
But that particular day, we thought it had been absolutely dead quiet all day. Nothing had happened until they reviewed the footage back. And there were quite a few bits that happened, especially when we left the house. We left the house for 45 minutes. There were loads of noise and stuff picked up that were quite suspicious, to say the least, when nobody's in the house. And then we got an image from the back window that, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I don't know. I'm on the fence with it. I want them to come back, or you guys can test this later if you want with a video camera to see if it is some sort of pareidolia on the window, or if potentially we caught some sort of spirit stood at the window.
So we're at the spot now where the only real known potential apparition of this lady has ever been caught. Now, it was caught almost to the right-hand side of the window here. What we really need to do is scrutinise this, look in great detail, see what kind of reflections we've got going on, what is outside the window, what will it look like when this light drops down. What we do know, it was raining that night. Do we need to get some water, spray it on the external of the window? Do we need to really start delving into how that looks, not just with normal cameras, but of course night vision cameras, which is what this was captured on.
Bit of a surreal moment being stood here looking out of the famous bay window here at Lady in the Bay Window House. We are very lucky to be here tonight to help Liam and his family. You know, I can only imagine what it's like for him, having dealt with this for so long, having, you know, written a book. He's almost at the end of writing his second book. He's got a play out on the place, and he's called us in from My Haunted because of the way that we work. Maybe not for the road trip. We know this show is all about comedy and mental health awareness, but for those who are new to us, we run probably the most scientific paranormal investigation on the planet at My Haunted Project. Things just don't happen when you want it to happen. Because we're here for one night doesn't mean we're going to get anything, but that doesn't mean that this property hasn't got something going on. We've had such a fun day, and for us, getting out on these road trips help us as people. We deal with a lot of stress all the time. For me in particular, something that I've not really opened up about on this show so far is the trolling online that I have to deal with on a regular basis. I've been sent death threats so many times. I've been working in television for a long time, and it comes with the job, but I do think the paranormal field can be very, very toxic, and I know a lot of people will agree with me when I say that. I've had the most horrific trolling from people. I've been told to go and hang myself. All sorts. I've had people try to target my family, and it does get on top of you. It does massively, and that is one of the biggest things that I have to deal with when it comes to mental health. But getting out on these road trips and you know, bumping into the fans who support this show. You know, we're all the way out here in Sheffield, and loads of people have turned up. It happened when we went to Cornwall. Everywhere we've been, people have turned up to see us, and I've dealt with it for a long time, and I've not known how to deal with it. You know, I've snapped back, I've tried ignoring it. No matter what I do, it always happens, and it really does put a downer on the work that I do full time. It's very, very difficult to deal with. It's been very, very horrible to deal with, but this show makes it all better for me, and I know that other people feel the same. So here we are in an incredible location after an incredible day, and now we get to work.
Just on the back of what Danny said, this week's been a really tough week for me also. Obviously, if you've ever watched the show, I've just moved houses, so dealing with the stress of moving house, the business, my anxiety has been through the roof this week, and literally couldn't catch my breath, pins and needles all in my face. It's something I've dealt with since I was 21. And being here today is the first time all week that it's kind of dissipated. I felt happy today. And that's not because I'm away from the family. Obviously, I've got a little boy as well who could be a handful, but I haven't got any idea why my anxiety kicks off. But just to talk to people and to be around people that you love, it's vital.
So I've got a bit of an update as well. For many of you who watched one of our previous episodes, you'll have saw that we had the blood test done, and I had some horrific blood tests come back. My liver readings were through the roof. I have had some good news. Those readings are coming down very steadily. They don't entirely know what the cause was, potentially an infection of some sort, but really good that I got checked out. We had specialists look, and there was a lot of puzzled faces down at the local hospital, which was quite unnerving at times, quite worrying. I legitimately did spend a number of weeks just sitting on my own at home, wondering, you know, what is going on? You know, is there something serious here? Is there something concerning going on? I guess you would call it like health anxiety, something I know many people suffer with, and I'm absolutely no exception to that. Getting out, however, in that fresh air has been probably one of the biggest lifesavers for me with this. It's so easy to get bogged down, to almost shut down, kind of lock yourself away, and that's something that I've always been quite guilty of doing in the past, and we're on the mend, we're onwards and upwards, and tonight at Lady in the Bay Window we have some work to do.
Okay everyone, we are just about to go live on TikTok and for our Facebook subscribers for an exclusive investigation of this property before we start our main filming. We've been in the house now for a few hours, nothing to report at all. We set up our camera systems and we are ready to delve into this very famous property. Let's do it. Here we go guys, we've got the white noise and hertz frequency on right now. Let's see if it triggers anything in this house. Does anyone wish to speak to us or make themselves known? Does anyone want to share how they feel about us being here in this property? Does it offend you? Or do you welcome us? Oh my god, mate, oh my god. Just heard an actual movement downstairs. Guys, we just heard a movement downstairs. Can we hear you again, please?
Was that behind you?
Mate. What on earth is going on? Can you make that noise again, please? Can we hear you run around?
Do you like this noise that you can hear? You can ask us to turn it off for you.
How do you feel about the owners? How do you feel about the man that lives here, Liam? William? Do you appreciate what he's done with this property? Some people are saying they heard like a female humming.
Oh.
Didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that, so have we got a potential EVP?
I swear I've just heard a female. I swear I've just heard a female.
What, through the Paracast or direct?
No, like downstairs.
Oh.
Hey. There was a movement in here. Guys, there was a movement in this room. Can you do that again, please? Can you move again? Yeah, Adele says she heard that. I'm not even joking. Adele said she heard that female. That didn't come through the Paracast. It was downstairs. It was like...
No, wait, see, I didn't hear that, but obviously people are hearing it on the live as well.
Yeah, Andy, like a mermaid, exactly like that. It's like...
So, with there being obviously these reports of the lady, obviously in this bay window, the whole name of this house, it would be crazy to not get a full spectrum camera and cover this absolute hotspot area of the house. Now, I would typically use a time lapse, take an image every 3 seconds or 5 seconds, but this deserves more than that. We're going to go for 4K video and we're just going to record consistently for the whole night and just see if we can capture anything.
Guys, I am stood in front of the bay window, and down on the street we have put a night vision camera looking up at this window, so at the same time Dan's full spectrum's getting images, well, a full video from inside the room, we've got full video happening from outside the property up at the window. If we're going to capture something in the next few hours, we're in the best place to do it, so let's see what happens.
So we saw a very interesting clip. This is Liam's own footage, and hopefully we can obtain that footage and look at it in a bit more detail. But at first glance, there seems to be some sort of anomaly in this video, and it almost looks like it reaches within the cot. It's really bizarre. What is this? It's obviously really hard to say, but I think we're going to have to try and have a look at this, try and figure out what's going on in here, and obviously conduct an investigation as well.
The only issue that I've got with this footage is that these baby monitor cameras, these sort of IR security cameras, they don't tend to keep up with the frames per second, and you can often see it, especially on sort of doorbell cameras, that people walk past the street and it almost looks like a ghost because it fades into shot and then fades out like a translucent figure. And that's very much what we're seeing with this cot video. So I'm quite skeptical of it simply because of the camera that was used, but we need to obtain the footage and really figure out what's going on. But this room is certainly one that we'll be keeping an eye on tonight. We are in the back bedroom here, and we are about to replicate the footage from Ghosts on Trent.
Oh, okay, so I've now come into Liam's stepson's room. Oh, okay, so I've now come into Liam's stepson's room.
Now I believe here, right here, I have got this shot correct. I believe this is where it was. You can see the computer screen, you can see the chair, and the camera pans there, like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time. There. And the figure was believed to be captured around this. Now, as I'm looking at this, you cannot see anything. Can you shut that door there, Dan?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, now if you just stay by the door, we've got Harry sat on the bed here, and I'm obviously stood in the corner. So, here we go again. We're going to pan. Now, Dan, can you just walk one step forward? And another one?
So I can see my own reflection just.
Okay, go back. Okay, we can see Dan coming into shot here. Go back again. Right, there, stay there. Move one step towards the desk.
Just slightly.
Right. You can see him clearly there. Now, I'm going to pan. And what's interesting is that Ghosts on Trent footage, no one stood by that desk. So what I want you to do now, because if I was to pan, you can clearly see you in shot here.
I tell you what, if I just deliberately move just to enhance...
Oh yeah, you can a little bit.
Enhance my location just to give you an idea there.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we can probably rule out that it wasn't any of them in shot.
Yeah. Agreed.
So the next thing is it's pareidolia. Now guys watching this, pareidolia is where the human brain tries to make an image out of something. I think one of the team, I think it was Paul, actually said, Liam told us that he thought it was pareidolia. So if I just move like that, now we're not really getting anything. So what we're going to do is try to replicate how the atmosphere was that night, and it was raining. So we are going to throw water onto this window. Liam has given us permission to do this so that we can try and replicate that footage. We're going to do that right now. Here is Dan now. Dan's coming round with a nice flowery watering can. Very beautiful caravan. Suits you, sir.
I'm feeling it.
And we're going to chuck it out the side window here to try and replicate water on the window and what it would have looked like. So you can see Dan's getting that correct. That's brilliant.
I think we've...
Yeah.
Let's just go a little bit more.
A little bit more.
It's going to settle.
Lovely.
I think that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's see what we get now. All right, so Dan's back. You can see he's in the exact same position against the wall. Harry is on the bed, and I'm obviously stood in the corner. And we are going to pan now, guys. We're going to try that one more time. I'm not really seeing anything at all. So that then brings me to my next question. The guys were filming in infrared, like I'm doing right now. Now I am going to change the intensity of my full spectrum light, my IR light. So here we go now. I have turned my IR illuminator off. That's it on. That's it at half. And that's it off. So I'm going to pan now with it off. And what I can see, there's a bit of like pareidolia going on with the trees in the background. I'm going to move again. Potentially something here, which is interesting. Okay, now I'm going to turn the IR illuminator to full. And then I'm going to turn it to half. There we go. Right, what's very clear, in my opinion, is that when the IR illuminator is off, you can see more of the outside, which is causing a pareidolia effect.
Okay.
So that is what I believe is going on there. Okay, guys, so we have done all that we can do to try and replicate what the guys at Ghosts on Trent caught. What I will say is that Ghosts on Trent are an absolutely incredible paranormal investigation team. They are the most legit guys out there. We've worked with them at My Haunted Hotel. We know how those guys work. They're very similar to us. Big shout out to Paul and Mark. Go and check out their channel. We don't know what's going on here. What we can say is, yeah, it could be a classic case of pareidolia, but I think those guys said that anyway. It's an interesting one. Who knows? We're going to leave this one up to you guys. We've been investigating this house now for a few hours. Couple of weird moments have happened during our TikTok and Facebook live. I think the most significant thing happened during the TikTok live. There was a movement behind me. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on our main camera because we weren't filming at the time, but we can't possibly say that that was evidence of paranormal. What we are going to do now is something very special. It's something that the guys at Ghosts on Trent did as well, and they may have got results from it. We're going to leave this house completely empty. The three of us are going to go and sit in the My Haunted Road Trip van. I'm going to leave H4 recorder down here. Dan is going to place a Philips recorder upstairs. We have voice recorders then covering both floors. We're going to be outside this house. If any weird movements happen in here, voice phenomena, anything like that, we will capture it 100%. We are then going to do the phone experiment, which we tried at Bronny Garth, and it wielded such incredible results.
Well guys, we are here in the safety of the van. Our voice recorders are rolling, and all that's left to do it's not for girls, but you can't say that anymore, so
Oh yeah, it's just for men, isn't it, or whatever?
yeah. Sorry girls, but you know what, these road trips, like, you're a gym goer, I'm a gym goer.
I was, not now.
Caravans are not a gym goer.
No, I'm not.
But
He has a go on gym.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. These road trips make us fat.
You really let yourself go when you're here, don't you?
On the road trips, yeah.
I let myself go every night, but you really just go, because you're quite...
I'm a kale and salmon boy every
Yeah.
week.
Oh, curly kale.
Yeah. Blueberries and yoghurt for breakfast, kale and salmon for lunch, and like a bit of rice and chicken for tea.
Yeah.
So
every single day.
There's issues with that.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's not triangular.
Yeah. We are doing the phone experiment now. We're going to go back into the van. We have left Harry's phone here. And we're going to leave a camera on this. 1 2 1 2.
Calling out to anyone in this house. Can you hear us? Could you say your name or speak to us? Perhaps Mrs. Tompkins, you're here? We've left the house, madam.
That sounded like a doom.
We've left the house, madam. We've left the house, madam.
That sounded like a doom.
Or knock one time if you wish us to come back in. Hear that feedback?
Hey, there was movement. There was movement. I've just heard movement. It sounded like cutlery moving.
Yeah, like
Guys, we believe that we caught a very strange sound of almost cutlery moving when we were doing the phone experiment. Nothing more came through. A couple of tapping sounds. Can't really say anything about that. We obviously have to review our voice recordings, digital voice recordings from leaving them in the house. We left them here for about an hour and a half while we were just sat in the van. Right now we've come into the bay window room and we've got a GS2 laser grid actually hitting the window and a tri-field meter which you'll be able to hear in the background to get a reading to see if anything peculiar is going on with this window.
It sounds like majority of the activity that's happened in this house is during the day as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
But we know from the hotel and from Pendle and from the Manor in America, all three My Haunted locations, that how rare paranormal activity is. There's days and days and hours go past at the hotel, which is by far the most active location, and it just doesn't happen all the time. Just because we're here for a few hours doesn't mean that we're going to be lucky enough to capture this. I think we were very lucky at Bronnygarth, guys.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes you just hit the place at the right time. You're in that right place, and you just get it's stuff dreams are made of, isn't it?
Yeah, if you think about it, other than Bodmin, where we had that live, which was insane, and some stuff was mad in there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Bronnygarth, all the other locations have been really flat, really for
Yeah.
us, haven't they?
Yeah.
Maybe the house that
Very
cries a little bit,
Little
but
bit.
apart from that, like Gwirt Castle was nothing. Cannock Chase, nothing. It's 30 East Drive, nothing.
Yeah.
Although Cannock Chase had personal experiences that you couldn't see on camera, could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. We have different items here that measure the environment. You can perhaps change the readings on these.
Okay, guys, we are approaching the end of this investigation, and Liam has returned to the property. We're going to do a bit of a session here in the front living room, just to see if his presence here changes anything up. We've had certainly one big standout moment tonight with the phone experiment. We've had a couple of other interesting moments as well, and our review is happening over the next 2 days.
So I know a bit of the history about the house now. If there are spirits here with us now that know that I've been here 20 years, there's an Ada. There's actually two Adas that have lived here, mother and daughter. Are either of you here today? Are you in the house with us? If you are here, can you make a noise? Can you walk amongst us? Is Grace here? Or Andrew?
There
was a really interesting moment earlier, but unfortunately we didn't have this camera rolling. We were actually on a TikTok live, and I was stood just in the doorway behind Dan there, and something legit moved behind me.
Okay.
It could have been anything really, but it was a scary moment.
Yeah,
and
it startled you, didn't it?
Yeah, and we were in the Facebook live as well. I swear I heard a woman going,
I was watching that.
Did you
so
hear it?
I was down at my dad's, I heard it. So I've
a
not
few
watched
people
it back
said-
yet, but I heard it at the time. Because our timestamped it on my phone, it's about 42 minutes in.
Yeah.
On your live. It sounded like a sort of lady going,
Yeah.
That was it,
Yeah.
But where you were recording at the top of the stairs, I've got a recording on my laptop of what sounds like a woman doing a similar sort of thing. Sounds like a melody, sort of.
Wow.
Okay.
And that was recorded when the first paranormal investigation team were here. They didn't know I had my laptop set up just at the top of the stairs, just recording.
Yeah.
And that was captured on that. So
It was strange.
Same
'cause
place.
A lot of people in the chat were actually saying they heard it, but these two didn't hear it. But
Yeah.
I just heard it over. I think, Harry, you might have been saying something at the time, but I definitely heard like.
It was, definitely. And there were loads of other people in the chat saying that they'd heard it as
Yeah.
well. They'd heard a whole. Yeah, I think you guys are doing a cracking job doing this whole tour around the country, going around the haunted places. I think it's brilliant what you guys are doing. So, and it kind of ties in with what I've done with the book. So I take it back to 2020. I just had a knee operation. I was doing loads of sponsored dog walks, raising money for a cancer charity. Because my mum was very poorly. She had a rare form of, excuse me, it's hard to say. I was doing all these sponsored dog walks, raised loads of money for this cancer charity that was looking after her. And then I knackered my knee. So I had to have a knee operation. And then a good friend of mine came round, he asked me, he used to live here for 4 years, he used to rent one of the rooms. And he said, anything weird happened lately? Any paranormal stories, stuff like that? And I said, yeah. Told him about the American coin story, which if you've read the book, you'll know about. When we'd finished talking about the story, so I'm really struggling to talk about it.
Yeah.
When we finished talking about the story, he turned around and said, why don't you start writing a book? You could raise some money for the cancer charity. So I was like, okay. So 3 years later, released it, and my mum didn't get to read the final bit, bless her. She passed in May 23. But when I launched it on Halloween 2023, it went on to raise, just another 47.5 grand for this cancer charity.
Wow.
Well done.
So yeah, it's done really well. Sorry, it's really tough to get
No,
through
Listen,
that.
I'm
It's
gonna
hard when
yeah.
you're asking the question.
Yeah, I'm going to probably make you choke up a little bit, but your
Yeah.
mum will be so proud
cheers,
of what
mate.
you've done.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's
Appreciate it.
absolutely amazing.
We have arrived back in Chester, and it is the early hours of the morning, and we've arrived back as a My Haunted project night is still running here at My Haunted Hotel. It never stops. We're out representing the project on the road trip. Shh,
Let's crash the party.
there's probably a session going on, Caravan, a dirty brothel.
There's definitely a dirty brothel session going on.
Here we go, guys. We're walking through the garage. Project team members Farah and Ema are on tonight, and they have no idea we're turning up. Ah, yeah. Hey, this place is haunted.
So what up, boys? Were you trying to scare us?
Not players,
Dude,
but
I didn't
scare
even see you
cameras when I
come
got
up,
you.
We're back.
How was it?
Tired. Yeah.
No, I've been working.
we thought we'd sneak in and what's going on?
Try to scare them.
Oh, man.
Their guests, don't scare them.
Hi. We work here. Just don't mind us. Have you had a good night? Guests, film them. Film the guests. Have you had a good night? Got to be quiet because there's people investigating here. Guys, we love you all.
Cemeteries, castles, creaky floorboards, check. Haunted toilets, yep, what the heck? Dang caravan, he's driving like a man possessed. And Harry's EMF won't let us rest. We've got chills in the day and laughs in the night, with competitions that give you a paranormal fright. So hit that sub and buckle in tight. We're ghosting across Britain till the morning light. Get this show on the road. We're haunting every postcode with a spooky band and a killer plan. We're the scariest show in the land. Subscribe, scream, and ride along. It's ghostly, it's goofy, it's where you belong. We're cursed and cracking up. Oh no, it's my haunted road trip, let's go.